that, we'll take a look at our tail of the tape, brought to you by Bud Light. Brazil versus Canada. It is Olivier Aubin-Mercier, who's 3 years older. He's 1 inch taller. Both men weighed in at the lightweight limit. Reach advantage in the arms favors Raush Manfio. The opposite is true on the legs. Lillian Garcia, to you.
Over 20 nations have been represented here in the 2022 PFL regular season. And now, we bring you a lightweight division fight. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Standing at 5 feet 10, he officially weighs in at 155 3/4 pounds. In 19 professional fights, he has a record of 14 victories and 5 defeats, with 8 wins by submission. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, here is the Canadian gangster, Olivier Aubin-Mercier. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a striker. Standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall, he weighs in officially 155 3/4 pounds. In 19 professional fights, he has a record of 16 victories and 3 defeats, with 8 wins by way of knockout. Fighting out of Porto Alegre, Brazil, here is your 2021 PFL Lightweight World Champion, Raush Manfio. Your referee in charge, Nate Mann.
These guys really got to work on their fitness. I don't know what they're thinking. Holy cow.
Raush Manfio in the red trunks, OAM in the gray.
Round 1 ready.
A win of any kind will secure a playoff spot for these men. OAM in the southpaw stance, push kick from Manfio.
Williams got a red thigh and he hasn't even taken a kick yet. What did he do? He's slapping himself probably to get himself fired up.
They pawed each other with the lead hands in that open stance. OAM felt he had a significant advantage in grappling here in this fight. We'll see if he tries to take it to the ground early.
Feint, just as you say that, and those feints that you mentioned, Kenny, and the keys to victory. He's definitely got to keep that head moving, keep Manfio guessing as to whether he's coming for the takedown or coming with a punch.
And Manfio always does a great job of fighting southpaws. Very dangerous with that right hand and that right high kick upstairs.
Which are both wicked, wicked weapons against the southpaw.
Yeah, absolutely. Both men trying to find their distance, showing a lot of respect for each other.
There's Cassius Clay Collard. He'll be fighting later in the main event, watching intently potential future opponents. He also has already fought Raush Manfio. Feeling out process continues here. 90 seconds gone in the first round of this fight.
Manfio continues to go with that stabbing kick right to the body.
OAM gradually working Manfio back to the cage here. We'll see if he reaches the distance that'll trigger a takedown attempt.
Nice footwork by OAM to stay just outside that lead leg and anticipate every time that Manfio tries to squirt out or circle out. He stays right ahead of him and corrals him in there.
A little feint there. It looked like maybe OAM thought about trying to initiate a grappling exchange, bailed on the last second. There's Natan Schultz, best friend and training partner of Raush Manfio, back in the Bud Light room in not worrying about his next weight cut at this exact moment. Right hand there from Olivier Aubin-Mercier finds the jaw of Raush Manfio. Most significant action in what has been so far a very calculated feeling out process.
Yeah, both men are very competent counter strikers, showing a lot of respect, and so far we've seen this fight take place from the outside.
OAM recognizes in studying House that he has its unique ability to steal rounds, kind of lulls guys to sleep and steals rounds. He doesn't want to go to sleep and allow that to happen in this fight.
Well, in a round like this one, this juncture is right about when Raush Manfio might turn it up to try and steal the round in the eyes of the judges.
Oh, that was a big kick to the body by OAM, my goodness.
I think I felt that one over here.
Yeah, that was right to the liver side as well. And you got to think that's been the most significant blow of the round.
Notice a little less urgency from both of these guys, because a victory in any round will get these guys into the playoffs. So there's no reason to be reckless or to get after it as much as some of the other guys in the standings.
A nice body kick there from OAM, and you're absolutely right, Randy. It's a contrast versus what we saw at light heavyweight, where finishes have been coming from every angle. So in order to separate yourself, you really needed to secure maybe more than one. Nice footwork there from OAM. Finishes with a kick to the leg of the former champ. 10 seconds remain here. Good counter on that stabbing kick from Manfio. We'll see round number 2 next. Welcome back, Professional Fighters League fans. Sean O'Connell, Kenny Florian, Randy Couture here beside the PFL Smart Cage. Inside, Olivier Aubin-Mercier right there, and Raush Manfio in the red, heading into round number 2 of a lightweight regular season contest, their final opportunity to earn points in our lightweight playoff standings. We'll see if the pace increases here, Kenny. A very careful first round from both individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Raush, a very patient fighter, and he's the guy that needs to find his range. And then once he gets into a rhythm, he's a hard guy to stop. And OAM doing a great job of taking away that lead hand, and that's where you can kind of find your distance. A lot of guys will get their striking going with that jab, and OAM keeps kind of slapping down that lead hand, that classic righty versus southpaw battle.
Manfio misses with a right hand. The PFL playoffs are heading to the UK. Pre-register now for tickets at ticketmaster.co.uk. Fans asking for some more urgency from both fighters here. Nice left hand from OAM in response, and then that left kick to the body again.
Yeah, that's been his most effective strike, and Raush returns with a nice kick to the body as well.
You wonder if OAM is going to be able to get the guard of Raush Manfio to start sinking to address that body kick and try and go high. We saw that earlier tonight from Josh Silveira. Ian Parker, the Duck, our betting expert. Raush Manfio opened this fight as a dog despite being a Season 3 champion. How do you feel about it right now?
Not great. You know, this is a fight where, and I believe Kenny said it earlier in the broadcast, he cannot start off slow against a guy in OAM. And OAM is doing something really smart. In his last fight against Natan Schultz, he did a lot of lateral movement that really blew out his gas tank. Here, he's being patient, he's moving forward, he's cutting off angles, and Manfio is not really throwing anything, so OAM is being able to do whatever he wants. So if you want to jump on anything right now, OAM's a little high at minus 340, but it looks like he's got control of this fight. Manfio needs to do something really soon.
Thank you, Ian Parker. Round 2 is more than halfway gone. You can see the live odds swinging deeper into the favor of OAM.
OAM's taking a page out of Manfio's book and stealing the rounds. You know, one punch here, one kick there, and basically swinging the rounds his way.
And he's largely done it with footwork and timing. He hasn't even used his takedown skills or his jiu-jitsu here to get it done. And Manfio, you know, not finding his range. He needs at the least try to get OAM, throw something first where he can counter him. Manfio always does his best work when he's counter-striking. He's not even feinting to try to get OAM to throw something and get him off balance.
I think the head feints that you mentioned in his keys to victory are really working for OAM. Keeping Manfio off balance. He's staying outside that lead foot. He's trapping that lead hand, and he's coming right down the pike with that right hand, and it's landing.
OAM is increasing things just a little bit here. Manfio, though, with the kick to the body there. As we take a look at our Cronus fight tracker. A lot of this taking place right in the center of the smart cage. Another body strike from OAM, this time with the hand. An overhead left. Raush Manfio, season 3 champion, earned his spot because of an injury to OAM. Inside leg kick from OAM. Made good on the opportunity, earned himself $1 million check. He's going to need a win here to secure himself a playoff spot. And as mentioned several times, he has not avoided the slow start that has plagued him in past fights. Crowd not happy with the pace of this fight so far.
I think we spoiled them. They had so many finishes earlier tonight. They're like, what the heck's going on?
Fewer risks taken in this one because both men know all they need is a win. Inside of 10 seconds remain here in this second round. We'll see what round 3 has to offer between OAM and Manfio. Round 3 between Olivier Aubin-Mercier, the Canadian gangster, and the warhorse, Raush Manfio. OAM in the gray, Manfio in the red. Manfio down on the verdict fan scorecard, down on the FPR scorecard. His last outing, he was down 2 rounds going into the third, and he was able to get a knockout over Don Madge in the third. We'll see if he's able to try and pull this off as well. Brett Okamoto was listening in to OAM's corner. We go to him for some insight. Brett?
Yeah, Sean, as you heard, there are some spectators in the arena who aren't happy with the amount of activity in this fight, but don't count OAM's corner as one of those. They are very happy with what he's doing. They like the distance. They like the footwork. I'm not hearing anything about throw combinations, you know, look for knockout. They were told him, be smart. You're better. You are fighting your fight. I think they're very, very comfortable with how this fight is going, and, you know, they think that, they're quite frankly, OAM is having his way in there.
Thank you, Brett. Look, there's not a lot of people that are going to dispute that OAM's winning as he lands a right hand there on the blitz.
Yeah, Manfio finding himself in the exact same situation he was when he was facing off against Don Madge. He was down 2 rounds. You can see him start to pick up the pace here, but OAM is picking up the pace himself and landing some good shots.
The difference in the Madge fight was Madge was bringing the offense and letting his hands go and being a little more wide open.
Yeah.
This is a much more calculated OAM in his approach to Manfio. Again, he's landing a punch here, landing a punch there, just doing enough to swing the round in his favor.
No kicks coming from Raush Manfio.
Manfio has to make something happen in this round. I have him down 2 rounds. He's got to make something happen in this round. And that means a finish. He's not going to finish at OAM unless he really opens up.
Again, another big body kick from OAM. That's been his best strike.
Good movement from OAM, making sure he's not standing in front of the fierce striker, Raush Manfio.
Manfio almost set that trap. OAM needs to make sure he continues with that lateral movement. Doesn't want to get caught up against the cage. That's where Manfio is most dangerous. That's where he caught Madge.
OAM now looking to potentially grapple his way to a finish here as we approach half a round left. Excuse me, we're past half a round left, almost to that 2-minute mark. If Manfio loses this fight, he does have 4 points for the finish from his first bout, but he's gonna have to sit and sweat it out. He won't know if he's eliminated from the playoffs until next week when Anthony Pettis and Stevie Ray fight.
Manfio's got to find a way to uncork that right hand and let it go. That's the perfect tool against the southpaw, but he hasn't managed to land it in the entire fight yet.
And OAM is taking away the opportunity to do that now with the pressure against the cage.
This is, again, very smart by Olivier Aubin-Mercier.
Raush trying to stalk and find a place. The spinning kick misses. Good movement here by OAM. One more push into the cage. We'll see if Raush Manfio can gain himself some separation in the closing moments of this fight and try and make something happen with his strikes.
He's done a great job of stopping the takedown so far. Just hasn't been active enough and hasn't been able to cut off the cage here against OAM.
OAM's doing a great job of keying off that right hand of Manfio and making him miss every time he throws it.
Yeah.
Inside of 30 seconds now, OAM closing in potentially on a huge victory, trying to remain undefeated inside the PFL. The Bluebirds come flying again. A cerebral performance from OAM, but not his sexiest work. 10 seconds remain. And he'll pace this one out, not giving Raush Manfio the opportunity to hit the Hail Mary. What will the official judges say? For that, we go to Lillian Garcia.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28, all for your winner by unanimous decision, earning 3 points in the lightweight division and clinching a spot in the 2022 PFL playoffs, Olivier Aubin-Mercier.
All right, thank you, Kenny. Here I am with OAM victorious in, let's face it, not your most exciting fight, but definitely effective, and I know you're aware that you just clinched yourself a playoff spot. Got to be happy with that performance.
Yeah, I'm happy. I mean, it was a pretty bad bad fight, but gangster do whatever he wants, so I don't care.
The gangster does whatever he wants, and what he wanted to do was earn a playoff spot. Redemption after the injury?
And be heated. Like, I want them to hate me. That's the Canadian gangster way. I mean.
Well, I don't know if they hate you, but they certainly didn't love the performance. In any case, we will see you in the lightweight playoffs. Olivier Aubin-Mercier enjoying the Boo Bird.